What do you think is the biggest reason for the housing crisis right now?
Immigrants.
Too many immigrants coming into the country taking all the houses.
The illegal immigration, isn't it?
So you think there's too many people in the country?
More or less, yeah, I would say so.
So any idea about this building?
Dilapidated, pigeons.
Well, you can say it's an eyesore.
Just like to see something made of it, really.
Don't know if you know this, but since 2006, developers have had planning permission to convert that into 61 homes.
Damn.
Wow.
And why ain't it being done?
Property developers make more money sitting on the land waiting for the price to go up rather than bothering to develop it.
That's wrong.
That's no good.
It's all about money, isn't it?
Meanwhile, in this whole area, there are 10,000 people waiting for social housing.
Whoa.
Any idea how many houses went up for social rent last year?
Not very many.
39.
39. Only 39.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Need more?
With that in mind, it'd be 250 years to clear that list.
That's crazy.
But the thing is, there's actually a simple solution. If the government taxed these empty properties, then it would be more profitable for the developers to convert them into houses.
Sounds like a plan to me. Good idea.
There are actually 1.4 million sites like this ready to be converted into homes.
Wow, shocking.
Unbelievable.
They need to do something now.
Just think what that could do.
Absolutely, let's do it.
You thought at the beginning the housing crisis might be because there's too many people here.
That's the thought, yeah.
Has that changed your mind about what the biggest problem is?
Yeah.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Has this made you look at it slightly differently?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. You don't think about it, do you, how many properties are sitting empty like that?
Yeah.
Video exposes the fact that you can be so informed and ignorant. Are you kidding me? You just sit down where you are and you assume that the immigrants are the ones responsible for the housing crisis. And so we have a whole lot of videos in regards to this. That was in the UK. We'll still come back to the UK, have housing crisis in Australia. We won't have housing crisis in the US. And so we're looking at the subject of developers and how they're exploiting people for more profits.
We don't have a housing shortage here in Australia. We have a mass migration problem here in Australia.
You want house expensive. Men buy 180 house. You are poor. Depression. Government says immigrant only 2%. Investor owns millions of homes. Accounting student owns 0 homes. Everybody blame accounting student for housing crisis. Research say many problems, not one problem. Immigration. Building houses, big problem. No immigration. Housing doubled. Rent also expensive. Why housing expensive? Accounting student causing housing crisis.
They want me to house illegal immigrants in my 26-bedroom hotel here in Cambridge. I was offered by a company that offered to pay me £35,000 per month for almost 7 years. That's a lot of money, and they were going to use it to house illegal immigrants. And I said, no. Now, commercially, does it make sense? Well, I don't care if I make more money or less money. I want to run it as a hotel. On principle, that's what I decided. Sometimes you have to stick to your principles and put your values over money.
This woman decided to rent her house to migrants, and can any of you guess what happened? No, I bet you can't. I bet you can't even think it up in your worst nightmares.
Out of the kindness of her heart, a British woman decided to risk renting her property to migrants.
These people had literally just got to the UK. No one would rent to them because they had no history, blah, blah, blah. They had no deposit, whatever. Which, guess what? Muggins was like, do you know what? They'll be fine. They're lovely. They're hardworking. They work as carers. Just be a good person and take them on.
But unfortunately for her, the carers didn't seem to care too much about their own living conditions.
Brand new bathroom. What do you reckon that is next to the toilet?
I mean, if you had told me that this is a bathroom that is, I don't know, 50 years old and nobody has taken care of it, I would have believed you. What the actual, how does,
Just realised what all of this is up the wall.
Yeah, imagine them caring for your elderly relatives.
This was a brand new sofa. Can't make it up.
Yeah, I don't think the warranty's gonna cover shit stains.
Like, they've left all of this here, and they're literally drinking out of glasses like that.
I mean, besides the fact that it's so unsanitary, could you ever imagine staying in a rented property and caring so little about your surroundings that you would be comfortable just leaving this for the person that's rented this apartment to you. I mean, just honestly, the audacity of it, the audacity to think that you could come into somebody else's property and just treat it literally like SHIT is beyond me. And if this is how they treat the properties that they're supposed to be living in, how do you think they're going to treat the rest of society? I don't know, but I would not allow somebody who lived like this to take care of my elderly.
Should I report this to social services? It's just not reported, but obviously, you know, I would go to prison for this. I put the TV stand up because in here there isn't really anywhere to like put a TV. So I put it in the best spot for like someone to watch TV. So I just like they can pop a TV up. I left a fucking TV in here.
The cost.
They stole her TV. They've damaged her property, but like actually damaged it. They've damaged her brand new sofa. They've left the cups in a condition that I think you just have to throw out. And they've stolen her TV, but guys, it gets worse.
Of being a good person is really racking up.
The state of this fucking door. Where's my tiles? Okay. This, okay.
I mean, it's not even that they're just like shitting anywhere they want or taking things that are valuable. They're ripping walls off paper and taking tiles off the wall. To what point? In what universe does somebody need to take tiles off of a rental that they're staying in?
It's not meant to be furnished in here.
God knows how many people they had living here over and above the agreed number.
Landlords are so awful, they don't ever fix anything. Do you think that was reported to me?
Oi, did you know millions of migrants are living in social housing whilst British families wait? That's what Farage wants you to hear. That's the picture he wants in your head. It's also the lie, because illegal migrants already can't get social housing. Asylum seekers already can't. Most people on work and student visas can't either. So when he says foreign national, who does he actually mean? He means the settled care worker, the nurse on nights, the doctor with a kid at the local school, the neighbour who filled in the forms, paid their rent, waited their turn, and got housed under the rules. But the lie worked, because while he waves the flag with one hand, we're back to the hand stuff with Nigel, it's always misdirection. The other hand is reaching for the bonus. Kick people out of social housing, force them into private renting. More people chasing the same flats. I'll give it to him, he had a good economics teacher. Higher pressure, higher rent. And who benefits when rents rise? Landlords, property investors, people already doing very nicely out of a broken market. People like Reform's honorary treasurer Nick Candy, major donor, property developer. Like Richard Tice, with links to property investment. And Mr. Nigel Farage himself, who declared residential property. The foreign nurse down the road didn't create your housing problem. Years of selling off council homes, failing to replace them and leaving everyone to fight over what's left did that. They point at your neighbour. They blame them for the shortage. Even better if they're not the same skin colour. Then they make you pay more to live in it. Call it a housing policy if you like. Looks more like a rent rise wrapped in a Union Jack to me.
If you're black in London, let me tell you something the government isn't going to tell you and a lot of people don't realise yet. Get out now. Get out now, okay? Because let me tell you something. If you don't get out now, in a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're going to be competing with everybody else who's trying to get out right now. Living in London isn't it anymore. Living on the outskirts of London where you can commute into London, especially if you drive, I promise you, they're not going to tell you. If you're in social housing, just prepare to be moved out of London, first of all, okay? They don't want people who are in a certain class in London anymore. Even just the way London is priced, you can tell it's not conducive for people who are of a certain class and who just want to live and survive. That's all you're doing in London, surviving. You're not living in London anymore, okay? So do yourself a favor before everybody else clocks and everybody's scrambling for all of these properties that are on the outskirts of London, commutable distance to London. Heed my advice and heed it steadfastly now.
If you've come across my YouTube channel, please feel free to hit the subscription button and the notification button so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever we bring up new and updates. Credit to the original content creators. Welcome back, guys. You've seen the videos, the housing crisis, the issues on ground, who is really telling the truth. And I can tell you, as many citizens on the streets, whether it be in the UK or Australia, you can tell that most people are not informed. Most people are speaking from the perspective of ignorance. And so, because they are ignorant, it's usually typical to lay the blames of certain things not working on immigrants. What about the jobs that are available in the UK that white folks are not willing to take, like truck driving, for example, and etc. and etc. and etc. Taking care of, sick folks and all that. So it is easy to just blame the whole thing instead of checking what the statistics says, instead of checking what the bureau is saying about the housing crisis. Most of this high housing crisis allegedly are caused by developers and their government alliances. And so it is easy to just say, oh, migrants are taking all our jobs. Like what is happening in South Africa? Migrants are taking all our women. Migrants are taking all our houses without knowing what the information is on ground. So I want to know what your thoughts, your opinions are in the comment section. Feel free to comment, to like, and to share. I want to have your perspective in the comment section. Trust to see you again on my next video.